Alrighty, let's move on. Here we go. We kind of talked about this at the very end of the show yesterday because it was kind of breaking as we were going live. But let's just kind of, talk this one out a little bit. So here we go. Blake Griffin has agreed to a contract buyout with the Pistons, and he is becoming a free agent. On Sunday, after 5 o'clock, he can officially kind of sign wherever he wants. So, I mean, if you're telling me there's not going to be a lot of recruiting going around, well, probably not, because I think Atlanta's pretty much kind of roped off for the All-Star game. So if Blake Griffin can make it down to Atlanta, there's going to be a lot of kind of I'm blanking on the word. I think I just said it, but I'm blanking on it. A lot of recruiting Blake Griffin, but it will probably be heavily guarded there at the All-Star game. Don't even think they're allowing fans into the stands for the All-Star game. So Blake Griffin, he's going to be able to sign anywhere after 5 o'clock on Sunday. So we'll see where he goes. I really don't see a huge market for Blake Griffin. I've been seeing, him going to the to the Nets. I've been just seeing that. Everyone's saying, oh, he's going to go to the Nets. I mean, that'd be like, all right, because they're so loaded, they can take on Blake Griffin, but he doesn't really provide anything. Really, he's not helping the Pistons. He's taking like 6 threes a game, and he's shooting like 30%, barely hitting one a game. I mean, just look at these numbers, 20 games starting, and he's averaging 12, 4, and 5. I mean, it's not great out there, and these numbers are a little inflated. We've been watching him every single game, and I don't think I've ever seen him put up 12, 5, and 4. I don't think I've ever seen that, honestly. And that his three-point shooting, 31%, it's really not good at all. And I don't know where he got this confidence from that he can shoot these threes. I mean, at the start of his career, 29%, 12%, 17%, 27%. Then he finally hit 40 and was feeling good after that and just went 33, 33, 34, 34, 34, 36. And then, when he got to Detroit here, 24, 31% respectively the last 2 seasons. So he's really not great. He's taking way too many threes a game. That cannot happen. He's not rebounding the ball. He's not being the beef that he needs to be. He hasn't dunked in years. I mean, I'm sure we all have seen that statistic been floating around for the past couple of weeks here. So let's go into the comments here. Let's see what people are saying for this man to go. I really don't see any clear-cut destination. I don't think he really improves any starting lineup he goes into. And if he comes off the bench, I don't know what he's gonna do off the bench. I don't know if he even wants to come off the bench. I don't know if he'll be good off the bench. So let's see what people are saying in these comments. Where do they think Blake Griffin should go? And do we agree or disagree? So here we go. Let's see where we got Blake Griffin from, or going, whatever. Here we go. Alrighty. People are saying he's washed, but he can give a team 20 good minutes off the bench. He wasn't giving you 20 good minutes. Look at this. He was only playing... How many minutes? He was playing 31 minutes. Oh my God. Man was playing 30 minutes. I cannot believe that. So this person thinks he can give you 20 good minutes off the bench. I don't know if he can. Honestly, I don't know. I do not like the way he was looking with the Pistons. Now, he may just been playing bad on the Pistons because the Pistons are trash and he doesn't want to be there. Maybe he wanted to get traded. So if that's what he was doing, then he played the game correctly because he got his wish. He's out of Detroit without a trade. He can sign wherever he wants. He can sign with a championship contender. He can sign with a playoff contender. He can make that decision. But I do think he is a little washed. I mean, he hasn't dunked in 2 years, folks. What is that? What NBA player do you know that's currently in the league that hasn't dunked in 2 years? I don't know if there is one. So yeah, I would probably agree he is kind of washed here. I don't know if you get 20 good minutes off the bench, honestly. I don't think that's correct. Stay away from the Nets. I mean, yeah, the Nets have something really good going there. They're deep enough. They don't really need anybody else. They still have Kevin Durant. I mean, they're winning all these games without Kevin Durant. What more do y'all need? You don't need Blake Griffin to come in and kind of, I don't know if he'll poison the locker room. I don't know if that will happen. He'll kind of rejoin DeAndre Jordan. I don't know how great that relationship is. I think it was a little rocky at the end of those Clippers days. So I don't really know how their relationship would be. And plus, they don't need him, and he's taking these unnecessary threes. He's taking 6 threes a game. That's something you want on your team? Blake Griffin taking 6 threes a game? 6, folks. And he'll hit 1 probably at most. And he'll have more three-pointing attempts than rebounds. Is that something you want on your team? I don't think so. So, yes, I agree here. Stay away from the Nets. They're fine. The Nets don't need anything else. They already got, Steve Nash and freaking Mike D'Antoni on their coaching staff. They're already overcoming all these odds. Yeah, so I've been seeing him going to the Nets a lot here on Twitter, but I do not agree, folks. I truly don't. Milwaukee would be the best option? Heck no. They've got enough problems on their own. Once again, they can't hit the threes consistently. So Blake Griffin taking those 6 threes a game is not going to help out the Bucks. He cannot go to the Bucks. Truly, they've got enough problems on their own. They have enough people not stepping it up on a nightly basis alone. They don't need to add Blake Griffin to that mix. Alrighty, guess it's retirement for Blake. I kind of agree, honestly. I do kind of agree with that. Probably heading to the Nuggets. If I had to guess, they need someone else in that second unit. I don't know. The Nuggets have been a little floundering in their second unit because Paul Millsap and Gary Harris hasn't been in for a while. That's really it. But I don't see Blake Griffin putting together anything with this Nuggets team. I don't like that at all. Alrighty, let's see else. What do we got here? Oh my God, Raptors, someone who can actually play at the 5 position, get him. He can't play at the 5. What are you talking about? This man cannot play at the 5. He barely wanted to be the 4. He wanted to be kind of like a 3 there in Detroit. He was taking 6 threes a game. It was not getting those boards. So no, he cannot play the 5 at all. He hasn't been dunking in 2 years. He cannot play the 5. You can't. If you have to put him anywhere, he's probably going to want to be a 4 at worst, or a 3. He's going to want to play the 3 or 4. He's trying to kind of, where he's going, where I see Blake Griffin trying to go is to be kind of a spot, not a spot up 3-point shooter, but a decent 3 where he can kind of hit the 3 and maybe drive if he needs to. But they had him playing the 4 there in Detroit, and that wasn't working. Or he wasn't making it work, something. All right, what else do we get here? To the Nets. To the Nets. I don't think they need all that. Come to Dallas. All right. Now, Dallas possibly, maybe. I don't know. Let's see what the Mavs are looking like right now. Because Porzingis hasn't been great. He's been a little kind of hit and miss, and that's what really hindered the Mavericks last season was Porzingis not playing in those playoff games, and we kind of saw, Porzingis be a little kind of in and out at the back half of the first half of the season. So obviously he wouldn't be like the center, but he would kind of make up for the 5 Maxi Kleber. I mean, he hasn't really been doing anything, honestly. So maybe you can put him at the 4 there, but Porzingis still needs to be healthy, and he's not going to be able to play at the 5, but maybe, because I haven't really been impressed with Maxi Kleber really kind of at all. I haven't really seen him step up, but I don't know how much of an upgrade that is to Blake Griffin. So Mavericks, I can kind of get. Definitely better than the Nets. Definitely better than the Raptors. Definitely better than, what else have we seen so far? The Nuggets. So possibly to the Mavs. All right, anybody else? Anybody else got some opinions on it? Somebody did Raptors, come to the Warriors. The Warriors are kind of fine. They got Draymond Green. He's not going to replace that at the 4. They've got their kind of 5s, Kevon Looney. I mean, he's starting to get back healthy. Same thing with James Wiseman. So, yeah, there's really no room for Blake Griffin on the Warriors. Honestly, they're fine there. They got Andrew Wiggins. They got Draymond Green. Now, if he wants to come off the bench, like I said, I mean, they got James Wiseman for that to kind of get the rebeef up there. He could maybe play the 4 off the bench. Who's coming off the bench for their 4? Let's get that real quick. I just don't believe in Blake Griffin anymore. I was a Clippers fan, folks. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, CP3 to Blake Griff, Dunk City or Lob City. I mean, I was all about that. I've got a Chris Paul Clippers jersey, folks. But I really think Blake Griffin has fallen off so freaking hard. He really can't make up any great production here. Alrighty, so off the bench for Eric Paschall. No, I'm taking Eric Paschall at the 4, yes. Yeah, so yes, no, he can't go to the Warriors. He can't. There's nobody there. And then they still got like Damian Lee to run at possibly a 4 if they need to off the bench. Alrighty, what else do we get? If it's not Golden State, no one cares. Golden State Warriors grab him. No. Anybody else got anything? All right, so I don't really see him going anywhere, honestly. I cannot get behind. I may be able to get behind the Mavericks a little bit, a tad, nothing big, but possibly the Mavericks. I would say that's what we've seen so far of all the arguments made. The Mavs would be probably the best option, but definitely don't go to the Nets. Don't ruin what they got. You can't go to the Nuggets. They're good. They're solid there. They don't need you. Warriors, once again, I think they're solid. Blake Griffin doesn't really add anything. Just think he's unfortunately done in this league. I think he's done. Can't really see him going anywhere. If you wanted to go somewhere, he should have played better in Detroit, because those last 2 seasons were absolutely atrocious. And we see Derrick Rose stepping it up in New York, and we don't, he was stepping it up in Denver and Detroit as well. So Blake Griffin not stepping it up in Detroit. Don't really see him going to somewhere else and stepping it up as well. They could have tried to have something good in Detroit with Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin, but Blake Griffin seemed to be uninterested, or just kind of the Pistons management coaches seemed to be a little uninterested because they kept having Derrick Rose come off the bench. He was coming off the bench in Detroit. I think he was. Yeah, I think he was. So I don't like it. Blake Griffin, I think he's done.